Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Milan Boys podcast. If you're a new listener, you can follow us on all major platforms and listen to our podcast every Tuesday. Every week, we usually say every week to hear our takes, but this will be it's a season finale, the last episode for this season, and we will come back later on in the summer and talk about transfers and stuff like that. But we will come back next season to talk about the Champions League. Now we have the Champions League. We are back. Finally, after all the banter era we've been through as Milan fans, we deserve this.
Yeah,
And second in the table.
yeah. I did not expect this, but
Yeah. It feels like a lot of people counted us out for the Atalanta game. Even some Milan fans said that we won't beat Atalanta.
yeah.
And
After that
now,
3-0 defeat against Lazio, many people counted us out because we were like fifth in the league or something. But those 5 games after that, we have kept clean sheets every game and scored like 15 goals or something crazy.
yeah, so it came as a shock when we won against Atlanta, and even so, I mentioned that a lot of fans didn't believe, and a lot of people didn't believe that we would win. And now today we also learned that one of the players in our team also didn't believe that we would qualify, so he had already requested a transfer. We will talk more about that later. And the transfer and reinforcements, because just today we have signed a new player, a new goalkeeper. Lille's goalkeeper, Maignan, I think you pronounce it.
His last name.
Am I correct?
Mike Maignan.
Yeah, he's Mike Maignan. Yeah, so very good, powerful move from Milan, but we will talk about it. We can start with the Atlanta game and talk about the lineup. What did you think about the lineup? Because we didn't have Zlatan, we didn't have Rebic either. So everybody was worried that we would start Leao as a striker.
Yeah, and we did start him because that's the only option we really had, except Mandzukic.
Yeah, him or Mandzukic.
And it was the same lineup pretty much as the other games before that. We played
exactly.
Pierre and Tomori as centre back, then Calabria on the right, Hernandez on the left, then Kessie Benacer in the middle, and Donnarumma as goalkeeper, Diaz.
Don't say his name.
Rat as goalkeeper, Diaz attacking
the Rat
midfielder,
yeah.
Salah and Çalhanoğlu on the wings, and then Leao on top.
Yeah, exactly. And they started with Sabata. I think they had they played with their full squad also. And Muriel came in. He was looking very dangerous when he came in the second half.
Only thing was that Illich was on the bench. He did not come in and the reason might be because he's leaving Atalanta this season.
Yeah, maybe to Milan. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I mean the lineup. Pioli did what he could do with what he had, and we can talk about how Pioli set up our team. Was that they were kind of defensive this game.
Yeah.
It was Atlanta that had the most position. They had more attacks, but we defended as a unit, and it paid off.
Yeah, we were letting them attack and try to score on the counter.
Yeah, exactly. And in the first half, we scored a goal. We got a penalty that was rightfully a penalty, but on the foul on Theo.
Of course, it was in the 40 minutes.
Yeah, last 5 minutes. That was 100% a penalty. But before that, we had an incident with Leao, where he started to run really fast past their defender, and he looked like he got tackled. or something like that.
I did not see the replay of
Uh,
that, so I'm not sure if the
yeah, I'm
defender
not sure
got the
either
ball
because
or if he because
they
he was
never they never showed the
he was
replay
gonna be
either.
1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. So
Mm, exactly. Yeah, but in the first half, we didn't have any that much of a dangerous chances.
no, I
You
just
know.
remember that one shot from Salamakers outside of the penalty area
Yeah.
and a cross from Tio and the goal. That's it from the first half.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So Kessie scored in the 43rd minute with a he walked to the spot. He took the penalty very calmly, put it in the right corner of the goal for the goalkeepers.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, he took it very good. You know, he's very good at penalties. And then in the second half, that's where it got really interesting because, on the other hand, we're as Milan fans, we're watching this game. Juventus were already up in the first half of Milan.
Yeah.
They were already up like 2-0, something like that. So the game over there was done.
Mm.
They just had to wait for one of us, Milan or Napoli, to slip
And the
up.
Napoli game was 0-0 in the first half.
Yeah. So in the second half, that's where it got really interesting because Napoli scored.
Yeah.
Napoli scored,
That meant that
and
we need to win the game.
yeah, and they showed the table standings during the game all the time.
Yeah.
Like it was switching from Juventus being out of the Champions League to Juventus being in the Champions League because Napoli scored. That meant Juventus was out, and we were also up 1-0. So it was looking very dangerous. We couldn't concede
Yeah.
a goal. And then my phone ringed, and I saw that Hellas Verona had scored 1-1, and that meant that Napoli was going to go out of the Champions League, the top four spot. And then at the last minutes of the game,
Another penalty.
it got really, yeah, another penalty, which was a handball. I don't remember which player it was that got the handball on the Atalanta player, but they immediately censored the fight.
Yeah, the channel we were
At least
watching.
on the channel we were watching. They think this is North Korea or something, trying to censor fights or shit. But yeah, I mean, look, this is the perfect result as a Milan fan, winning against Atalanta and that filthy rat Deron
Got a red
getting
card.
got a red
He
card,
did.
and he also that idiot shoved the
After
referee.
got a red card.
So he will be banned for like 4 games.
Yeah, and a 10,000 fine also.
Yeah, a 10,000 fine. But in the second half, Pioli made some changes. The first change he made was Krunic and Meite, them both coming in instead of Benacer, because we watched the game together and we both thought that Benacer was horrible.
Yeah, Benacer did not have a good game. He made some miss passes.
Yeah, it felt like all the passes that he tried to make was like he misplaced them on the feet of the Atalanta players. So Krunic came in instead of Benacer.
Instead of Diaz, Pioli tried to defend the last.
Exactly. And then they also brought in the 79th minute Dalot instead of Salamakers. And he also brought in Mandzukic instead of Liao, which I thought was a good substitution also because, yes, Mandzukic may not score. He hasn't scored anything for us.
He's strong enough to win those duels.
Yeah.
And
hold the ball.
And let time run out.
And exactly.
Just like KESSIE did in the end.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was going to talk about. Damn, what a player. KESSIE. What a tank.
Hold the ball.
He was fighting.
Hold the ball for like a couple of minutes, and that was also like 4 Atalanta players tried to take the ball from him.
I don't remember right now, but was it before the second goal?
Before the second goal.
After this.
And after that, Dalot put the cross to Hakan, who shot and hit the defender's hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, KESSIE, what a player. What a tank! Nobody could stop him. Amazing. I mean, do we even have
I
to
believe that's
talk
why
about?
Martin Derun got a red card. Was
Yeah,
angry
probably
how Kessie was.
angry with that. But do we even have to talk about the man of the match? I mean, we already know who it is.
Yeah.
El Presidente, of course. Kessie. He was perfect.
Yeah.
He stepped up. That's a real leader. It's a shame that a game like this, the captain's armband was on a filthy
But now,
rat's
next
arm.
season, Kessie will probably be
Yeah, yeah. I
our new
mean,
captain.
I on this podcast I've said numerous times, even like the first two episodes, I said that Donnarumma. Now I mentioned his name, but I'm gonna refer to him as a rat. The rat had the captain's armband is a wrong choice. I hope for next season they give it to Kessie. I really do, and I've been behind Kessie getting the captain's armband as long as I can remember. I mean, he's great. He's a great player. He's a real leader.
Mm. And he has been in the club for
Yeah,
many
he has
years,
been in
4
the
years
club a
now.
long time.
This will be his fifth season.
Yeah. I really hope. I mean, he's my. I'm gonna buy his jersey for the next season.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's my number one, and maybe the second jersey would be. I don't know. I already have Theo and
I
Benacer.
will buy a Theo's jersey because I don't have a Theo jersey
I
yet.
might buy Magnan's
A
jersey.
goalkeeper.
Yeah, because I never had the rest go. Lucky for me, I did never bought his, but I'm gonna buy Magnan, I think,
Yeah.
because he's a great goalkeeper, and we will talk about that later, or maybe Tomori. I don't
Mm.
know. Yeah, I mean, we both agree, right?
For the man of the match, of
Kessie,
course.
yeah,
That was like everyone's
and
choice.
but if we because yeah, that's everyone's choice. But let's remove Kessie from this, and let's just say that yeah, we can't pick Kessie.
Mm.
Who is your man of the match then?
I guess the coach could be one. Theo also another one because he got the penalty for the first goal.
Mm,
Mm. And Kier was the best defender on the pitch.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, those
And
three.
yeah, I would also say those, but I think Pioli would be my after Kessie.
Because he made all those tactics. He tried to defend at the end, and he changed how we play the
Exactly,
game.
because when it goes bad for Milan, we blame him, and when it turns out great, we win against Atalanta. I mean, just look at the stats before this game. Milan hadn't won against Atalanta in what was it like 11 games. The last time we won with against them
Mm.
was like Gattuso or something like
Yeah.
that. And before that, they always won against us.
Mm.
And if we blame him when he lose, we gotta praise him when we win. And he was very good at making those substitutions. Very smart and wise moves.
Yeah.
But if you could pick a flop of the match,
Hmm.
what would you pick?
I will pick between Benacer because he played for like 60 minutes and he had a couple of misplaced passes. And also another one was Hakan. He didn't do anything the entire game, I think. Um, so one of those two. Probably Benacer because
Yeah,
he made a couple of wrong passes in the game.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I mean, Benacer, we saw him; he was horrible, and Hakan also. Um, I hope that Benacer can turn this around. We know what an amazing player he is, and but Hakan, nah, I don't. I, I'm lost for him. I don't even want to have him in the team anymore. He can also fuck off with the rat. Do you agree, or do you think Hakan should stay?
I mean, after all of, I mean, when was the last time Play had a good game? So I guess,
Exactly. Nah, I mean he can go because I mean sometimes he has good games on the field,
mm,
but it also is how a character is outside of the field, and I don't like his character either as a person, as a human being, and he's as greedy as the Donnarumma. He is like him with the money. He's probably gonna go to like some Arabian team or something like
mm,
that. There's been numerous rumors about this, so he will be a free agent.
yeah, just like
So you're probably gonna
Donnarumma, and
yeah. So Donnarumma will probably, I think, 99% leave, and Çalhanoğlu will also 99% leave Milan, and I think Romangoli is also gonna leave.
yeah, especially now
Romangoli is
because
gonna.
Raiola is his agent, and
Mm,
he's not
Castillejo
gonna
is.
sit on the bench. That type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
player
he's gonna
wants to
leave.
start.
Yeah, and Castillejo is definitely gonna
Yeah,
leave.
and Dalot,
Dalot will
not
also leave.
we will not sign him.
Yeah, Mate, it's not. We don't know yet. We'll see about him.
We might renew Brahim Diaz for 1 year. We will see with how
Yeah,
Real Madrid's
I
new
think.
manager will. We have to talk with him.
Yeah, I mean, I liked what I saw from him against the Atalanta game. He had one dangerous moment where he trying to dribble some Atlanta players and create a dangerous opportunity for us.
Mm.
So I think, yeah, I think he should stay. So we said our man of the match, the flop of the match. I mean, this game, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah,
And at the end, we were at the end of the game
and
when the
for the
whistle.
bench
Yeah,
players, I think Mate he came in and he almost got an assist with Liao.
yeah, he had a crazy run.
Liao hit the bar.
And also, yeah, Liao hit the bar.
That reminded
That
me
was
of
so
the
unlucky.
Niang moment against Barcelona in the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
But fortunately, we
Where,
scored
yeah,
after, so didn't matter.
yeah, it didn't matter. But the Niang thing, yeah, he also put the ball on the bar, but we didn't score anything. We lost the game 4-0. But his goal, if Niang would have scored that night,
Yeah, we will qualify or get
pro-
further in the Champions League.
yeah, we'll probably eliminate Barcelona.
Mm.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the whistle came, and the Milan players and Pioli, everybody celebrated on the field against
And did you
Atlanta.
see when Brahim Diaz had a GoPro camera and he ran on the field?
Yeah, I saw that. And also the Juve players were watching the games on their phone.
Yeah, I saw that. Ronaldo and the crew.
Yeah, meanwhile they were watching. And yeah, the whistle came, and the goalkeeper, our I don't want to say his name, but I don't want to call him a rat all the time because yeah, but the rat cried when we won against Atlanta.
I mean,
So
he
that
cries all the
when I
time.
saw that, yeah, but when I saw that, I thought that yeah, he's probably gonna stay now. Um, but I don't know. Maybe he cried because he had made his decision before this game.
Maybe he was worried that Juventus was not going to qualify. That's why he cried. But then he
No, no.
checked his phone and
I
saw.
think I think that he had already made his decision that he's already said to
He made
Maldini
his
or some.
decision months ago, I believe, because 1 month ago we tried to do, we made a deal with Mike Magnan, what's his name, the goalkeeper. That was
Yeah,
exactly 1 month ago we made the deal with him. And now it was
yeah,
time.
and Donnarumma probably. I think Donnarumma cried because
It was his last game. I don't
he
know.
and also that he he realized that he made a mistake by not staying. I mean, imagine being we're the team that made him. Without us, it wouldn't be him. He would be nobody. He would be just like his brother Antonio.
It was not like he already made his decision. He could have. He got a final offer on Monday from Maldini, but he refused. Raiola wanted 12 million, but we
Yeah, but I like how the Milan staff and the Milan as a club has dealt with this situation, because there's a line between how far you can
yeah.
go.
If
We don't.
Donnarumma wants 12 million, then all the other players will renew with high
Yeah,
salaries and
and at the end, I mean, it's better this way. We get rid of the headache every time he's gonna get a renewal. We get rid of that fat fuck Mino Raiola. Finally, I mean, I don't know if he has Romangoli too,
yeah,
right?
that's only
Yeah,
and
so
Zlatan,
we will
but
get rid of
Zlatan makes
and
his
Slatan.
own contract.
But yeah, Slatan makes his own decision. But now we get rid of all that fat fucks players. Finally, don't have to hear about that little prick. I hope he has a fucking heart attack. That fat bitch. And it's great. At the end of the day, we will have Maignan,
I mean, it was a
which
really good
he,
goalkeeper. I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
really good
I was
goalkeeper.
shocked when
I
I
would,
saw how cheap we could get him, just
yeah,
13 to
really
50
cheap.
million.
I don't. Dortmund also wanted him, and he
United,
won
a
the.
couple of teams wanted him. He has the
Yeah,
most
he
clean
won the,
sheet in top 5 European
and he
teams.
also won the League
Yeah,
One
with Lille.
with
I mean, it's a
yeah
big
with Lille.
accomplishment to win that league and not be PSG.
Exactly. So we got a much. I mean, I think he might be. He is as good as that rat.
He's
I
also
mean,
young, and he's the second
also
or
very young.
third goalkeeper in the French national team. He's called up for the Euros
Yeah, he's gonna be the number one
in the
goalkeeper
future
for
because
French in the
the
future after
other
Loris.
two goalkeepers they have are at the end of their careers. So he might be
Yeah,
number one.
Loris is the
He
starting
might be number
goalkeeper
one
for them.
goalkeeper in the next World Cup or the World Cup after that.
Yeah, I just hope that wherever there is that the rat decides to go, he will have a horrible time there.
Mm.
And I hope you win no trophies and you don't get Champions League.
And this
I
goalkeeper we
mean,
got is he has more experience than Donnarumma. He has played in the Champions League, has won trophies.
yeah,
So
yeah, and also we had an an encounter with him
yeah,
this season
and they
in the group
won against
stages,
us 3-0. This
3-0.
the other game
So
1-1.
the rat couldn't save three
The rat
goals, but
and the other game was 1-1. So that rat conceded 4 goals, and Mike
yeah,
conceded 1.
as he made a horrible decision doing this, Donnarumma, because this is right before the Euros.
Mm.
You know how many Milan fans there is in Italy, and he's gonna play as the Italian goalkeeper. You know why? You know why Buffon was loved by even Milan fans and a lot of other Italian teams, because he was loyal. Juventus came to the Serie B. He stayed with them.
Mm.
Everybody else left. He stayed. People say, "Yo, Buffon doesn't have a Champions League," but he could have had easy. He could have had a Champions League if he would have left to another team, but he stayed during the hard times.
Yeah,
That's the
he played
difference.
for a shit team.
Donnarumma, even if he would have stayed, I never had the respect as I had for Buffon. And I don't have that same respect for Donnarumma, because Donnarumma, he thinks about the money. He's not loyal. He's not gonna be loved by everybody. There's some players that are just loved by everybody. I mean, how can you not like? Buffon is
Buffon
loved by almost.
has hate and
Yeah, but almost like 90% is love. Donnarumma, it's not 90% love and 10% hate. That's like more than
I mean,
50%
many Milan fans
are
hate
gonna hate
Buffon
him.
because of that Montari goal and other stuff he has done. But for
Yeah, but
loyalty,
at
we
the end
respect him
at
for
the end of the
loyalty,
day,
but for
at
other stuff.
at the end of the day, it wasn't Buffon's job to make sure that the ball was in the. It was the ref's job to say what was right or wrong, and Buffon might have not noticed what he saved. I mean, you don't know, but Buffon was loved. He won the Italian World Cup for Italy. He brought joy to the country. Donnarumma is never gonna do that. Italy, with the players they have, they're not gonna win the Euros. I can promise you that, and we're gonna come back later in the because the Euros is gonna be soon. They're not gonna win the Euros, and they're not gonna win a World Cup. He's not gonna win an international trophy. He's not gonna be as loved as Buffon, and I'm glad for that. I just hope that whatever team he decides to go to, I hope that they will finish below us in the table if it's in Italy, and if it's abroad, even better. I'd never want to see your face again. And thank God, I mean, we don't even have to see his ugly ass. This his ugly ass brother. Also, we can fuck off with him. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Milan fan, you're a loyal Milan fan. I mean, I advise you to remove this fuck from your social media. I mean, don't follow. Why are you gonna follow this unloyal prick on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever? Just unfollow him and follow our new goalkeeper, Magnan. Mike Magnan. Remember that name. He's gonna be bigger than Gigi Donnarumma. But anyway, now I think I got that out of my system with the Donnarumma thing. And what else is it that has been? I mean, so many things has been happening. I don't know even what to say. I mean, we can talk about the Napoli thing because it's worth mentioning. Napoli, yeah, Napoli not being able to win against Hellas Verona because I was of course happy that Milan came to the Champions League.
Yeah,
but,
that was the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly. The perfect result for me would be that Napoli would have scored the second goal against Hellas Verona and won that game, and we would have won, and Juventus being out. But
after the game,
they didn't manage to do that.
And after the game, Napoli sacked Gattuso, who has
now he's signed with Fiorentina.
Exactly.
That's crazy. He's found a job very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard that Insigne or some other player in Napoli during the game said to Hellas Verona, "Why are you playing this like this? Why are you fighting this hard? Like you have nothing to play for." But that's also what I felt during the Atalanta game. Atalanta felt like they were playing really, really hard, like it was a fucking final.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It's that much. They hate us that much that they didn't want to see us in the Champions League. But I'm just glad that the fans, Atlanta fans, they didn't want to see their own team win against us because they would rather
wanted Juventus out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Juventus won the game, like 4-1, was it?
Yeah, something like that. 4-1.
They had the easiest draw, but still.
What do you think was the decision by? I don't know. I don't think it wasn't Pirlo. They said it was some sporting director when he benched Ronaldo during the Bologna game.
Said because he was tired, the sporting director, because they had the Coppa Italia final and they had him on the bench if they said it was an easy game. If they had him on the bench if they needed him, but ultimately they were leading like 4-0 after the first half, or 3-0 after first, so they didn't really need him to come in.
Yeah, I think also it was because of that, or because
he has been on the bench before in Juventus. They have rested him.
Yeah, and also he hadn't. He already won the
and I believe if Juventus would have lost, if Juventus wouldn't have qualified, I think Ronaldo wanted his last game to be a Coppa Italia final when he lifted the trophy. He didn't want this game to be his last game he has played. He wanted to end with
that is true because he has a habit of leading teams on a
trophy or something.
Like on a trophy because he left Real Madrid also on a Champions League final game where they won against Liverpool. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. You think he's gonna stay?
Yeah, I believe he's gonna, because of the Champions League, and he has 1 year left. So he will
Yeah,
finish that
exactly.
year.
That's
Then
why.
he's a free agent. Then he can get the best contract possible.
Exactly. I think he's gonna also stay another year, but he probably is gonna be his last year because I think he's gonna probably go somewhere else and get the best contract. There are other great teams available.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably Ronaldo is gonna probably stay. But what do you think about Pirlo? Do you think he's gonna stay?
I think he's gonna stay. I think he should
Hmm.
be sacked, but I think he will stay.
Okay, because when Sarri was the coach for Juventus, he got sacked for way less.
Yeah, but he can't.
He won the league and got sacked. But Pirlo this year he didn't win the league. He almost got out of the Champions League. Yes, he won the Super Cup and the Coppa Italia, but that is nothing compared to the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably also say that Pirlo should be sacked, but I think he's gonna stay. Yeah, he's probably gonna stay.
We should talk about a couple of Milan players. What we think if they're gonna leave or stay. Like,
I mean, the ones we know definitely is gonna leave is Dalot is gonna leave. Hakan is probably gonna leave. I think it's like a 99%.
I don't think that's
chance
as sure as Donnarumma, but yeah, that's
I think
pretty much.
I think it is though.
Now Donnarumma is like
I think
done 100%. He will leave,
because
but Hakan is like
Donnarumma is gonna leave.
70-80% he's gonna leave.
But I think also the Hakan Çalhanoğlu situation because the way Milan handled the Donnarumma situation, where they were no, we're not gonna negotiate more for the salary, and this is what you get if you want
Yeah,
it.
it now
Accept it. If
depends
you
on
don't,
Hakan if he's gonna accept those. I think 4 million, or he's gonna leave for.
but the offer we have for him is nothing compared to the other offers other teams have for him.
Yeah,
So
in
it's
Saudi Arabia or something. It's not the.
in Saudi Arabia or maybe in Juventus. But I don't care. Like
The
I don't
Juventus
care. I
won't
don't even
offer
want.
him 8 million like Arabia.
But I don't even want him. Yeah, they will.
They won't
But Juventus
offer.
will offer him more than what
Yeah,
we offer.
maybe 1 million more, but not that kind of
But
money.
even though Hakan wants to stay, and he agrees to have the Milan offer, which is lower than other teams, I still don't want him. I really hope he goes. Because we need a real playmaker. He's not consistent enough. We need a playmaker that's reliable. You know, this game, the Atalanta game, was a game there where we needed a player like the prime Hakan to step up. And now we had people like KESSIE doing the job done for us. He's not a starting
He's too
player that can play for a good team. We're gonna play the Champions League next season. We can't have.
He's too inconsistent. He reminds me of
Exactly.
Suso when he played in Milan.
Yeah, exactly. We can't have lazy players like him. So I really hope he doesn't sign with Milan, and he can go as a free agent wherever he wants. You know, I'm not mad at him if he decides to leave at Juventus. I'm not gonna be mad at him because I really do hope he goes to Juventus. Out of all the teams he has on his offer table, I really hope he goes to Juventus because let them have the inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want it. Let them have the inconsistency and let them also. I mean, take Donnarumma also. Let them have the headache. Every contract renewal is going to ask for more money and be more greedy. And we all know that Juventus is a team that struggles financially. If they didn't struggle financially, they wouldn't sign the contract to be on the Super League. That's why Agnelli family and Agnelli signed that contract because they wanted more money. They wanted to get out of this financial struggle they had. Let them sign players like Hakan. Even Donnarumma, take him.
Yeah.
They can take him.
And
Uh,
Mandzukic is over. His contract is over. He will leave. He's a free agent.
yeah, he can. He's also like thanks for nothing and bye. He didn't do anything for us. Like maybe the only thing I
Yeah,
can
but
think
and
of is he ducked during a corner and someone else scored and what else did he
and
do?
they barely got
Yeah,
paid, to be honest, because
yeah,
he
he
gave
barely got paid,
away
but
he gave
barely
away his salary
he
because
was,
he was injured.
but he was yeah, yeah, but he also was a waste of signing. We should have signed someone much better than him to begin with, but they learned from that mistake. If we would have had a real striker during the January transfer, maybe he wouldn't have come to the last game for us to be in the Champions League. We would have probably made it during the Cagliari game or even before that. We lost a lot of
Hmm.
games at home to shitty teams.
Yeah,
So yeah,
but we had no
he's gonna
budget
leave.
in January. We spent like zero on transfers, so that was
Yeah,
like the only transfer
but
we
I
could have
mean
made.
that like before the Atalanta game, they said that they're gonna sign a striker, they're gonna
Yeah,
sign a
in the
playmaker,
summer.
this and
In the
that.
summer, the
Yeah, in the
plan was never
summer,
in the
but
January. That was a surprise when we
but
got a striker.
but yeah, but that's that's what was wrong about that's one of the things that Milan got wrong. The people in charge, because if they when we are on top of a league, we were number one, and you signing Mandzukic as a replacement for a 40-year-old striker. So we signed Mandzukic that also got injured when he came. You don't you don't replace a 40-year-old with also a old player. That's like it was a dumb move by them. Even though they said we didn't, uh, we they didn't. How do you say? Spend a lot of money on the winter transfer, but they should have.
Mm.
If they were planning to spend on the summer, why didn't they just spend on the winter transfer? But
Because
at the end of the
maybe
day,
because we needed that Champions League.
but that's the thing. They said before the Atlanta game that we're gonna spend either way. If we
Yeah,
don't get to the
in
Champions
the
League, then we're gonna
summer.
spend.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a difference.
But if you look back at it, it was a dumb
Yeah,
move.
but
I mean, don't you
it's really
won't you
not gonna
agree?
make any difference. We will not. We will
N-
even with
n-
the a much better strike. We would not have won the league. Inter finished with over
no, we wouldn't
90
have.
points.
Not. I'm not saying we would have won the league. I'm just saying we wouldn't have. As Milan fans, we wouldn't be sweating at the last game. That's what I'm saying. Because Zlatan, he wasn't. We couldn't count on him. He was missing more than half the season. He wasn't there. We didn't have a real striker. We didn't have Mandzukic. Poor Liao had to be the one stepping up
And what?
sometimes, and he did a horrible job at playing out of position. So that's what I meant. But what they went for a player that didn't even play for a club.
Mm.
But I mean, now at the end of the day, we got the Champions League. We got what we wanted, but it could have turned bad. And and if everything would have turned sour, if Atlanta would have won the game against us, we would be sitting here right now complaining about the horrible decisions the Milan staff made. But now everything is good right now. We have the Champions League. And finally, we won't see Mandzukic in a Milan jersey again.
Mm.
And now they can focus on getting a real striker. But who else is leaving?
Castillo,
Uh,
we will try to sell him.
thank God. I mean, if we can get a buyer,
Probably
I
some
hope we
La Liga
do.
team will buy him, mid-table La
I
Liga,
hope they I hope they are stupid enough to buy that
because he
guy.
played in that league many
Yeah,
times
yeah.
before.
I just hope we get rid of him. I mean, if we can't get rid of him, pay another team to get him.
And Tonali's deal will be official in the summer. He was on loan with obligation, so this summer we'll have to pay those last 50 million. Then he's,
Yeah,
you know,
to Brescia, right?
yeah. Then he's
And
officially.
Tomori also is gonna be a Milan player soon.
Mm. Then who else? Hakan will we will see. Rebis, Romangoli, he will probably leave now because Raiola is his agent, and he will not start on the bench. He will not be a bench player. I don't think so. He has more
Yeah, I
ambitions
mean,
than that. So
and also he isn't a star player for us.
yeah, he
The the
has
the,
after this
the
season.
defenders we have are miles ahead of him. So
Uh,
I mean, if you don't want to be a bench player, you can also leave.
and then we will see. I believe Leah will stay, and
Yeah,
Jens
I think also.
Hauge. We'll see if he will loaned out or he will stay on the bench. I'm not sure
I
about
really
that.
hope. I hope Hauge stays
Yeah,
if he gets
I'd
playing
rather
time.
have him stay than get loaned out.
I hope he stays if he gets playing time. If he doesn't get, if it's like this season, I hope he gets loaned
Mm,
because he's a player that needs playing time. He needs to develop.
yeah,
I mean, maybe it'd be good for him to be loaned out to. I mean, who was the team that got to the Serie A for next season?
and
Venice, right?
yeah, but when is they won the first game home? They have another game, so I'm not said they have to
How, how much did they
one
win?
nil. So they have another game.
Okay, so it's not finished.
Yeah, I thought that
Which
was finished, but it was 2 games,
what
home
is
and away.
the what is the other team?
Cittadella. That's a city in Italy where there's a wall around the city. It's like the Italian wall, and just really big city.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, maybe Hauge can go to one of those teams, like playing in the Serie A in one of the lower teams to get a lot of playing time. I really, or maybe Monza. I don't know,
Mm.
but yeah, that's for Hauge
And
and
Kalulu, I think he will stay. He's our right back sub.
yeah,
And with
yeah, we need
Tomori, we
him.
will sign him probably. Daniel Maldini, and he might get loaned or he will stay on the bench again.
I hope he get loaned out.
We will see.
Daniel,
Gabia is a bench player. He will stay. Krunic, his contract runs out, so he will
then
leave.
maybe
We
we
might
make them
sign
will stay.
1 year because Pioli seems to really like Krunic. So he, maybe we will see.
Mm,
And Antonio Donnarumma will leave just like his brother because both are free agents now.
yeah, thank God. For the Milan fans that doesn't know about this, Antonio Donnarumma is sitting on a 1 million euro salary. How many times have you seen him play in a Milan jersey?
Once or twice, 2 years ago.
I Yeah, and he's sitting on a 1 million salary,
Mm.
so he can fuck off with his rat brother.
And we have a couple players returning from loan as well.
Yeah, Caldara being one of them
Mm.
from
Uh,
Atalanta, but he's also a player that's very injury prone,
mm.
and
I've seen some people say we should keep him. He's a good bench player to have as a centre back.
I mean he was a
He
bench
could be
player in
the Romangoli
Atalanta.
replacement on the bench.
Yeah,
But we
maybe.
could sell him for good money.
But we also, I mean, if not this summer, next summer, we have to look in to buy a
Yeah, a
central
replacement for
defender
Simon Kjaer.
for Kier because yeah, he's also getting old and he was also injured a couple of times during this season.
Mm.
I mean, we already found an amazing player in Tomori, young, strong, fast
Mm.
defender. I mean, imagine finding a player like him. That would make us like we don't even have to think about the center back
Yeah.
role for the next 7-8 years,
Mm. And
maybe
yeah,
more.
and Conti will be back and Laxalt. We will sell both of them. We will try to sell or loan
Yeah,
out. And
they're horrible.
for us, we have a young player in Spezia, Pobega, who has scored a couple of goals, plays as a midfielder. He will be back. But we could
Mm,
sell him for 15 million and try to get some money from him.
mm. Because the money coming in for Milan this season, because Hakan is a free agent, so we won't get nothing
We
there.
get Champions League money,
Donnarumma,
and we will
yeah, the
free some
Champions
money
League
after
money,
getting Donnarumma out of the team.
yeah. But yeah, Donnarumma, his contract is run down, so we won't get money for him either.
Mm.
Roman Goli, probably gonna get money from him.
And if you say Caldara,
Yeah, I heard about Roman Goli going to like not going to, but that
yeah, I
Barcelona
saw some
were
big teams. But Barcelona has been
what
linked with
the
Romangoli for like 4 years. Yeah, they
but
still want it.
Barcelona having our leftover is kind of funny. I mean, but Barcelona has always been a team that's not very strong in the center back,
Mm.
so it wouldn't shock me if he went there. He can play alongside Lenglet and embarrass themselves in the Champions League like they do every year.
Colombo will be back. He played in the Serie B, but he didn't really play that much. So I don't think he had a good season.
Who do you? I think we mentioned like everybody.
No,
Now we're talking about loan
yeah,
players. Like these loan players,
all of them will.
90% of them will leave.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the fun part. You know, the who's coming in.
Hmm.
We don't know yet. I mean, Maignan is one of them. It's official. He signed his contract in Casa
And
Milan
the
today.
transfer window, when does it open officially? July or
I don't know officially. Is it
I think it's
July?
1st of July.
But I think Milan will sign a couple of players before
Mm.
that. You know, being official and done. Uh, so Maignan came today. The goalkeeping situation is
We
good.
have
I mean,
Tatarusana as a second goalkeeper.
we have
And the
Tatarusana as a second
third keeper
goalkeeper
is
and
probably
Maignan.
a young Primavera player,
Yeah,
Plizzari.
I mean, the third goalkeeper rarely plays.
Mm.
Rarely plays. We never. I didn't see Antonio Donnarumma's face that much during Milan games. But so that situation is
We need
good.
a replacement for Dalot, who's gonna leave, and if Romagoli leaves, we need a replacement.
Yeah, exactly. But they're probably gonna look for not a expensive goalkeeper, like just a bench player, probably
Mm. Yeah,
in the center
a
back.
free agent. You mean a defender or
Yeah,
for?
because left we're looking for a left back and a right back. They're not gonna
But
be.
mostly,
There's gonna be
I
replacements
think
to
we'll
Theo and
buy
Caldara.
a left back that can also play right, like Dalot. I
Hmm.
believe so because we have Kalulu who can play, who's a right back.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll try. And in the midfield, I don't think.
you may need a attacking midfielder, a
Yeah,
playmaker.
attacking midfielder, a replacement for Hakan, or a better player, and a right winger as well.
Oh yeah, also right winger, and then the most important striker.
I heard about Giroud from Chelsea. Is gonna.
Yeah, I heard about him too. But do you want him?
I mean, he's old, but he's been good. So he's not like Mandzukic
Yeah,
old, who's been trash.
he's not. Yeah, he's not like Mandzukic, but he isn't Lukaku.
No, no,
He isn't Ronaldo. He isn't like Immobile.
no.
He's not what our opposition have as strikers. They have much better strikers than Giroud.
Mm.
I think Milan should, aim a little higher. If Giroud is coming
Maybe
alongside
we should
a
get
good,
Giroud and focus on a good right winger instead. Rather have a really good right winger and a okay attacker than on the other way around. Because we have Zlatan and Giroud for the whole season. Then a
but
really good right winger.
Zlatan and Giroud,
Then
that
Rebic and
doesn't
Leao can
count.
play as well. If something happens, like rather have a really good right
No,
winger than
Giroud.
that. Who can create chances.
How old is Giroud?
He's as old as Messi, I believe. 34, no?
That's old.
But he's been good for Chelsea, and he's now in the Champions League final.
But he doesn't even play
He
for
has
them. I
scored a
mean,
couple. He has scored a bunch of goals,
he come in
and he plays for
and
the
scored
French
a hat
national.
trick.
He scored a hat trick in the Champions League.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not also. He's not a starting player for Chelsea. And he's not a starting player for French. for France.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, him coming.
Because
I
we don't
rather
have
have the
unlimited
Fiorentina.
money to spend. We can get a
No, I'm not
amazing
saying we're
attacker
gonna
than an
buy Haaland
amazing
or
winger.
someone like that. I'm not saying we're gonna spend on Haaland or something like that. I mean that the Fiorentina guy.
Mm.
I rather have him
That's
than
also expensive.
Giroud. Yeah, but now the Champions League money, he's not $100 million transfer. It's not going to be $100 million euro transfer for what was his name
Who?
again?
Vlahovic.
Vlahovic. Yeah. I mean, go for Vlahovic. I rather have Belotti than Giroud.
Mm.
But we'll see. I mean, the striker thing, I think, and right wing, we don't know. Is anyone linked with us?
I mean, the usual Illich, and I heard one rumor that Dybala, but I don't think that's true.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
Mm.
But this will be more clear in the next weeks. We will hear a lot of names, like we always do
Yeah.
during the summer transfers and stuff like that.
And now a bunch of our players have been called up for the national team. But some of our players have been left out. For example, Theo was left out for France. Um,
But to be honest, the Theo thing. I mean, yes, we said why wasn't he called up for the French national team at the beginning, but I mean it was rightfully so. He maybe as a bench player, but he's not a starting player for the French national team. If you look at the team they have and who they have in his part,
hmm.
he's not better. I don't think he. So I mean I think that's right. The only
He's better
thing that for me,
offensively in attack, but defensively he need to
yeah,
work on.
but France is so great offensively that they don't need
But I think
him.
he should have been on the bench. Uh,
I don't know. I mean, he has been also kind of inconsistent.
but he still has been one of our best players.
Yeah, at the first half
And
of
the
the
second
season, he was
against
amazing.
Atalanta, against Torino,
Against
against
Atlanta, yeah, he had one great run, but he's made a lot of
made one
mistakes.
mistake.
I think that has ruined his chances of getting into the France. If he would have kept going as the way he started the season, I think he would have definitely got the call for the French national team. But the thing that really, like, I think this is very weird is that Caldara wasn't called up.
Calabria.
Calabria, I mean. Calabria wasn't called up for the Italian national team. That was weird.
And
More
and
so than
Tomori wasn't
Theo.
called up for England.
Who does England even have?
Maguire, Phil Jones, and
I don't know. I don't know much about the England national team to think. But yeah, Tomori is young. He's gonna get called up to the England national team.
Tomori has been called up
At the
once. He has one cap for England.
mm, that was during his time in Chelsea. He hasn't played for England during his Milan
No,
time. And Salamakers wasn't called up to the Belgian national team.
no.
I mean, there's nothing to be upset about there. I mean, Belgium have a great national team. And
Kier and Hakan have
well,
been called up or will be called up. 100% for
yeah, I mean,
that.
Kier is a great.
He's their captain, I believe.
He's a captain for the Danish national team, so that's not a shock. Hakan getting called up to Turkey, that's not a shock either.
And we will see
Uh,
if Rebic get called up. I'm not sure.
yeah, that might be because of his injuries and stuff like that. We'll see if he gets called up. Who
I think
else
that's
was
it
it?
in Europe because we have players outside of Europe.
Leah
And Liao,
Leah wasn't called
he's
up.
a U21 player still in Portugal.
Mm. But to talk about non-Milan players, like there's a lot of players that will be missing this Euro. Big players like Zlatan is one of
Yeah,
them. He came back to the Swedish national
yeah, he
team,
was gonna be called
and
up, but he got injured.
He got injured. Sergio Ramos is not going to be called up for the
He
Spanish
also
national
was
team.
injured the entire year almost, so that's the reason
Yeah,
why.
so that's. But also, if you look at the Spanish national team, they don't have any Real Madrid player.
I mean, who else is it? Nacho, maybe.
Nacho, Asensio, Isco, not even getting a called up. And if you look at who the manager for the
Luis,
Spanish national team is the former Barca coach.
but he was gonna call up Ramos because, but the injuries.
I mean, Ramos is their main
Mm.
captain. But I mean, he's injured, so that's understandable.
Yeah, and then he
But
said to
who
Ramos,
cares about Spain?
get
I mean, at
fit
the end of
for
the
after the Euros to be called up again.
yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it's good for Sweden that Ramos wasn't called up because they're playing in the same group.
Mm. But they have a bunch. They have other good players as well, so it's not just
Yeah,
Ramos.
but the Spanish national team doesn't look that frightening if you look at the team they have now.
They have good. I think.
Like,
I mean, they beat Germany
yeah, but
7-1, and they are in the
Ger-
semifinals in Nations League, so they are still
Germany isn't the same.
but they are still one of the top teams in Europe.
Germany couldn't even get past the group stage in the World Cup.
Mm.
But I don't know. Who do you think is gonna win the
I mean,
Euros?
French is obvious favorites now, with Benzema back on the squad, with the
Yeah, they're gonna be
greatest
dangerous.
goalkeeper of all time, Mike Magnan, on the bench.
So your pick is that France is gonna win the Euros.
They are favorites to win.
But who do you pick?
I think they might win again, just like Spain,
You think
just like
France?
Spain won in 2008, then World Cup 2010, then again 2012. They might have, they might win a couple of trophies like that.
So your prediction is France winning the
But
Euros.
it's hard to predict.
Yeah, but you like a chance. I mean, let's just predict for fun, and
Mm.
we'll see later on. So France, I would probably say, it's between two teams. I'm gonna say, uh, England or Portugal. But I'm gonna go for England. I think England is gonna win this one
Mm.
because every time it's the Euros World Cup, people have England as favorites, but this
And
time
they always
they have
disappoint and make a fool of
yeah, but
themselves.
this
And their squad is, if you look at their squad, they only have offensive players. I mean, their midfield and defenders, even goalkeepers, are not that good. But they have a bunch of good
yeah,
attackers.
but they have
They can't play
but
with
yeah
11. They
really,
can't play with 11 attackers and have Maguire on
but
the.
they have really good offensive
But
players.
that's
That's the
no
thing.
midfield, no defense.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with England. I think England is gonna take this one. Portugal is my second choice. I'm not gonna cheer for Italy, to be
We have
honest. As a Milan,
Milan player, but they have also a strong squad, especially the midfield.
yeah, but I'm rooting against Italy.
Yeah, Calabria wasn't even called up. I mean, that's.
Yeah, but this time, like, I want. I don't even. I like whoever Italy plays. I want them to lose because there is no Milan player in that team. The only one we had was a rat, which no longer is a Milan player.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna cheer for them. I hope they get eliminated in the group stages. But I think they're gonna go out of the group stage, but they're definitely not gonna win because they have a very tough opponents in the after the group stages. If you look like who they can play with, they're gonna have Belgium. I think they were gonna have like some other team, England maybe. I
Mm.
don't know. No, but they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is it?
I mean,
Is it anything we missed for this one?
I guess that's it. We've spoken about.
Yeah, I've spoken about a lot of things. But Champions League, we're finally gonna hear the Champions League anthem. We're not gonna hear that fucking European League. Oh, thank God.
But
I can't
one
stand
bad
that.
thing is that we will be in the part 4 of the Champions League.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably
We
have
have
a
the group of
difficult
death,
group.
probably. But
Bring it on.
the dream team to get is Lille as the first part, because Lille is part 1 because they won the league. And I don't know. Lille is a good pick to have. Hopefully, we are in their group because
Yeah.
City, Barcelona, these are tougher teams.
Yeah.
Inter is in part 1 because they won, and Juventus because their last 5 years in Champions League, they're also in part 1, I believe, or 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. It's gonna be a very, very interesting summer, and I cannot wait. I'm waiting for next season. I want. I'm looking forward to next season more than the Euros. To be honest, I don't like international tournaments that much. I mean, World Cup is an exception. Yeah, because this, as a Milan fan, now we really are looking forward to the next season, being in the Champions League, and things are turning out good for us. Everything's. I'm just waiting to see which players we sign.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we're probably not gonna be back next week because there's not gonna be a lot of material to talk about. But we're gonna come back in a couple of weeks probably and talk about how things are going in the transfer. Maybe do a segment about old Milan or something like that. Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it.
All right. We always say Forza Milan, but I think we can say we can add to Forza Milan another thing. Pioli's on fire. Dun, 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 dun. Pioli's on fire.
We should put that song after the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Pioli's on fire as the outro to this episode. And it's probably the episode name is probably gonna be Pioli's on fire and Kessie is a tank.
Frank the Tank.
Like Frank the Tank. Yeah, that's it. We'll see each other. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know yet.
We'll see how things evolve, the transfers and all that. Exactly.
We'll see. Anyways, Forza Milan as always. Bye.